Alright guys, welcome to WWTube Season 6. This is turn number 8 I think for Japan, and I am buying 3 mechanized infantry, 3 tanks and 3 destroyers. I am buying only mechanized infantry because I can afford other 3 tanks, and I have 54 IPCs, which I am always spending them in these units. 54. Okay. Now let's proceed with the combat movements. I have a total of 6 combat movements. Okay, that's nicer. So now let's do the first combat movement here. One transport in 43 is going to pick up this artillery in Borneo, and he is going to make an amphibious assault here in Malaya. 50-50 probabilities there. Then another transport in 36 is going to pick up 1 infantry and 1 artillery from French Indochina, and he's going to move 1, 2 and 3 into 41 to make an amphibious assault here in Sumatra, but not without the help of this cruiser and battleship from 36 that they are going to move 1 and 2 into 41. Now the intense battle here in Yunnan. I'm going to move 3 tanks from Guangxi and another 3 tanks from Hong Kong to Yunnan. Supporting them is going to be the strategic bomber from Hong Kong. He's going to move 1 and 2 with 4 movements remaining. Then the 2 dive bombers from Hong Kong are going to move 1 and 2, and these 2 gentlemen are going to be remaining with 2 movements in their gas cages. And obviously I'm going to support them with more air force. The 4 dive bombers from the season 35, they are going to move 1, 2 and 3, and these other 4 divers are going to be remaining with 4 movements in their gas cage or gas tanks, whatever. Now here from Shanghai, 2 tanks are going to move into Keichao, and 1 tank from Shanghai is going to move into Hopei. Then here from Kangsu, 1 artillery is going to move into Xinhai, and 1 mechanized infantry into he's going to move 1 movement to Kangsu and another in Xinhai. And those are all my combat movements. Now let's proceed with the battles. Okay, first let's do the battle in Sumatra. I really need this extra money from capturing Sumatra. So we have 1 infantry and 1 artillery, and we have 1 battleship and 1 cruiser. So let's do it. We have 2 at 2, 1 at 3 and 1 at 4. Please help me. And we have 1 hit. Of course, 1 hit. So I'm going to pick up this. These guys are out of the battle, and I am returning fire with the USA, and they miss 2 trees. So now I am taking this infantry up, and I am sharing them with 1 infantry and 1 artillery. Yeah, 1 hit, and now they return fire. Yeah, one hit. So these guys capture Sumatra, and now Sumatra is part of Japan. So Japan is going from 48 to 52, and the USA from 59 to 55. Now the battle in Malaya, 50-51 here. So let's proceed and do it. Let's do it. Let me get this money out of the way. So it's 1 artillery at 2 or less, a 6. Now we have infantry at 2 or less. Come on, miss. Yeah. Now 1 artillery at 2 or less. 1 infantry at 2 or less. Oh, come on. The artillery is taken back and Malaya is well defended. Now let's proceed with the battle in Yunnan. let me get all these guys here into the battle board. We have 7 at 4. And 6 at 3. That's it. 4 at 2. I hope all these guys miss. 2 at 3. Another 2 mechs at 2, and finally 2 fighters at 4 or less. So let's see if we could get Junan this time. We have 6 at 3 or less. Come on, 2 hits. Now I don't have enough orange dice, so I'm going to use the red ones. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 at 2 or 4 or less. Sorry. We have 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, now we have. I'm going to use red and black ones to those infantry defending at 2 or less. Misses, all misses, all misses. 3 hits. Now the black ones really hit. Come on. Now I'm going to use the 2 blacks for the tanks at 3 or less. We have another hit. And I'm going to use the orange ones for the fighters at 4 or less. And they score a hit. So, well, let me get the camera. Oh, it wasn't focusing. That's it. So I'm taking 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 6, 7, and I am losing 5 tanks. Awesome. And you know what? I'm really tired of those 2 fighters, so I'm going to take them down. Whatever is the cost. So I'm going to take 1 tank at 3 or less and 7 red dices at 4 or less. So 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's do it. Okay, that's it. 3 hits. 4, 5, 6. If this should have been the last round. Okay, now let's proceed with that tank at 3 or less. He's going to miss. He's going to miss. He did not miss. And the 2 orange ones at 4 or less. And both hits. So I'm losing 2 dive bombers. You know what? 3 dive bombers. Fuck it. And they are losing the 2 fighters and the tank. And Yunnan is captured with 1 remaining tank. Oh man, man, oh man, oh man. So now I'm taking Yunnan, and Japan is going to 53, China is going to 7. Now the battle in Keichao, that really hurts. That battle really hurts. Okay, now 2 tanks at 3 or less. Both misses. Now let's do 2 infantry at 2 or less. Thank God. Both misses. 2 tanks at 3 or less. 1 hit. Now 2 infantry from the UK at 2 or less. Both misses, so thank God. Now the 2 tanks again at 3 or less. They miss. UK infantry at 2 or less. He misses. Come on, tanks. That's it, Snake Eyes. A little luck there. Now the infantry from the UK at 2 or less, and he get one of the tanks. So Kei Chao is now part of Japan. And Japan is at 54, China is at 6. Battle in Hopei, we have infantry against a tank. Come on. 3 or less. Obviously at 3. Now the UK at 2 or less, and obviously for, well, China, they score a hit. Battle in Shanghai, mechanized and artillery against 1 infantry from China. They hit. Now 1 Chinese infantry at 2 or less. He misses. So let's capture Shanghai. And Japan is at 55, China is at 5. So this is the remaining very costly battle here in Jinan. I don't know if it was a good thing. Here in Malaya things could have gone a little better, but yeah, come on. And now I am going to pause the video and proceed with my non-combat movements. You know what, guys, I didn't see this up here in 55. I would like to take him out because he's going to make a real mess here in the, well, in the South China Sea. So I will have like to move the destroyer. Come on, I don't know if I should do this. Well, let's just leave it like that. Okay. Non-combats. I'm going to obviously move all the fleet from 35 into Sea Zone 6, and I'm going to pause the video and do it because there are just too much ships. Alright, that's it. Now I'm going to move one of the destroyers from Sea Zone 6. He's going to move 1, 2 and 3 into Sea Zone 34, and then I'm going to move the destroyer from Sea Zone 6. I don't know if he could do it. 1, 2, 3. No. I'm going to move the one from 36. He's going to move 1 and 2 into 45. That's why I would like. Well, the plan was to move another destroyer into 55. I guess the sub can move. Yeah, if I have my destroyer there. But that wasn't the plan. So yeah, I'm just going to just leave it like that, and yeah, I'm going to move the other destroyer in Sea Zone 6. He is going to move 1, 2 and 3 into Sea Zone 36, and yeah, the sub in Sea Zone 37, he's going to stay there. The Sea Zone in 41, he's going to move 1 into Sea Zone 39. And what else can we do here? Oh yeah, the 3 transports. One of the transports from 20 is going to move into Sea Zone 6. The other 2 transports from 19 are going to move into Sea Zone 6. And the 2 fighters from Hong Kong are going to move 1, 2 and 3 into the carriers in Sea Zone 6. The fighter in Guangxi is going to move 1, 2, 3 and 4 into one of the carriers. So now I have 5 carriers there. And of course, returning my units. 2 of these guys have 2 movements remaining, so they are going to move into Hong Kong. And one other of these guys have 1 movement, so he's going to move into Jiangxi. The strategic bomber is going to move into Shanghai. Yeah. And now, what else? Placing units. Yeah, let's place some units. 2 tanks and 1 mech are going to move into Shanghai. Oh, of course, 1 infantry from Shanghai is going to move into Anhui. Sorry, I forget about that. 2 tanks and 1 mech into Shanghai. 2 mechs and 1 tank into Hong Kong. That's it. And 3 destroyers into Sea Zone 6. What else can we do here? I think that's it. That's all. So I'm going to do a recap. I have 1 cruiser, 1 battleship, 1 transport in Season 41. In Sumatra I have 1 infantry and 1 artillery. In Malaya, still 1 UK infantry. Season 37, oh sorry about that. Season 37 I have 1 transport and 1 sub. Season 39 I have 1 sub. Season 36 I have 1 destroyer. In Celebes I have 2 infantry. Season 55 1 destroyer. Season 45 1 destroyer. Season 34 1 destroyer. So yeah, here in Hong Kong I have 2 mechs, 1 tank, 2 dive bombers. Here in Jiangxi, you know what, this one that was here in Yunnan is going to move into French Indochina. Yeah, French was mine, so I could move him there. In Yunnan I have 1 tank. Here in Keichao I have 1 tank. Anhui I have 1 infantry. In Shanghai I have 1 artillery and 1 mech. In Shanghai I have 2 tanks, 1 mechanized, 1 artillery, 1 strategic bomber. And in Sea Zone 6 I have 7 fighters, 5 carriers, 6 destroyers, 1 cruiser, 1 battleship, 1 sub, 3 transports. And if you are going to attack here in Season 6, please notice me, because I would like to use my kamikazes and maybe take the carriers first, but I would really like to think about it. And yeah, that's it. Next to go, this is getting pretty out of hand for me, so maybe this is a win for the Allies, so good game if you capture Japan this next round. But yeah, next to go is Prozac with China and USA, and after that is Corporal Clegg with the UK and Anzacs. And also I collect income. I am a 55, but I have my national objective from getting the money islands again, thank God. So I'm going to move this guy 5 more from 55 to 60. So I'm collecting 60 IPCs this turn, and this is the graveyard for the turn. Oh shit. And that's all. Next to go is Prozac. Good luck, man.